Welcome everyone to more live Linux development here on this channel. What is better, what is the only substitute for automation is more automation. Here is our update bot, and actually I just checked here Firefox. So recurring subscriber already know we run a Linux distribution and also updates this massively with shell scripting. And if you are not into shell scripting, believe other solutions are preferable. Just do the same in Swift, Rust, C++, C, you name it. And the usual update stuff, so having to hunt for updates every day. Here's even the Firefox. How did Firefox 9.8. So as seen previously, you don't want to spend your lifetime hunting for updates each and every day. And we massively automated that already. And I want to update this now even more. I was thinking the other day, how much should we with our AI named data? And I was thinking the other day, because right now data mostly only commits working stuff, that it can test build, except if it's KDE or GNOME, because YOLO, who cares? And I was thinking about this, and I think I came to the conclusion that this is a nice, lovely display marginality or whatever here, right? Okay, that is not actually what was. That was not the most clever, because, whatever the close. Anyway, so I think we rather want to commit even more. Oops, best typo. Because if stuff doesn't build, because some dependency didn't build and so on, we anyway would need to do that work manually afterwards. So I'm thinking I simply rather want data to auto-update more. So I slightly wonder, I have the feeling there is also a new Firefox build regression matching to the topic of this video, right? This was on apparently. Yeah, that is the only constant is change and regression. The crazy thing is, each month of major Firefox release, the Fire Mozilla people, that works. That is crazy. So that doesn't start building, because apparently they changed Mach. Oh, wait a second, why does it download again? Did I not? I thought I had downloaded it here. Let's see in a moment. So what I will change on data now is only untested only if downloaded. And so we actually have a bug in our own AI shell script, which is data can for KDE and GNOME packages commit stuff that didn't download. So that is a major one, so we need to do that as soon as possible. And actually this auto-delete re-implemented. Why do I have this still? Oh, maybe because it is in test build. Maybe this to-do is just in. So data will already, as recently implemented, delete that. That is implemented. And yeah, so there are a couple of refinements, right? As usual, neither software hardware is ever done. There's always room for improvements, even small ones like auto transitioning from old GSET, BSEP to new. Except there's also LSET. You get the idea, right? What is usual, like LSET, what else do they have nowadays sometimes? Yeah, that's not, you name it. So that would be not the most important eventually, sometime in the future. But today I also wanted, did I not save that? Apparently not. That here today, and also untested, not untested if downloaded and patches apply. Would be special special situation for, let's say, the setlibs update from the other week, right? Kinda built somewhat, but not fully. Where do I have, oh, also wrong here. I thought actually I slightly did not download this. Why is this re-downloading? That is maybe I've done this wrong. Let's see in a second. Also, it's crazy. I usually don't close Windows before I randomly try what was. That's why I didn't use Sway for some days. So close or kill. Kill window. Kill, focus window. Mod Shift Q, of course. Mod Shift Q. There we have it. Maybe I should map this to some Windows. Alt F3, or what was close Windows and Windows? Alt F4. That was close. Yep, getting back to Sway workflow. So you have the Linux desktop now. Still, for some reason, still downloading. Anyway, so for that, let's take a look. And of course, data is amazing. Committed so much stuff. Oh, there's a GhostScript update actually. I think it didn't. What happened with this? So let's investigate this for this as usual. Take a look at something that, find a reproducible test case. That is always. What did I just say? GhostScript, right? Actually, this build. Did this commit this? Would have think that should be in there. Oh, there's also let's encrypt. I have the feeling now with this massive parallel download stuff, there is some other Heisenberg going on. Okay, this ghex probably, stuff like that. Also, this is actually kinda gross. Of course, that should be there, but maybe this is something for another day. Okay, except chat files. This might actually be a rename, actually. Why does it not find it then? Bugs. S-tool it committed, I saw that. This build though, did it? This is even committed now. Always looking into stuff that I need a better log also. Emacs it also updated. I slightly wonder what this one should this not be. Does it have impact? Okay, that is really still an update. But yeah, you see how time consuming this is. Yeah, so this is exactly, okay, would we well, basically we would want to auto commit this. What is going on here though? AI, by the way, it's ironic joking, right? For those who still didn't got this joke. Filter out random stuff, delete patches. So basically, somewhere here was KDE and GNOME. And actually we have a couple of more KDE, XFCE and stuff. So what we, actually, you know what, let's do this here. So maybe this is actually if downloaded and patched. Check before shared files to error out if patch failed. I think this to-do is also a little bit obsolete because we have, at least we should check before shared files. To error out if patch failed. Interesting. Okay, maybe actually this is still actual then. So there will still be, yeah, it's actually super complex, right? It's so easy, just test, build and commit. It's like, yeah, one, also drop frames, of course, Vodafone failing. Yeah, that is why we usually don't stream out of the office anymore. This be, yeah, probably I need in a quiet moment think about all the conditionals here. So first would be deleting patches, so that is patch failed, deleting hot fixes. So there is definitely still a corner case here, definitely with, we probably want somehow error out if patch fails. So and then we would anything, so basically not that. If error and so which situation would that be? So that would be we downloaded, we patched. If error and actually, you know what? Let's maybe leave that here. Commented out if error. And basically, you know what? This would actually be here. We can probably failed patch. We can reuse this variable here. Basically, we can surround this all with if. So deleted patches is already at the top. So basically, if we are here and like to only do the shared files. In previous videos, right? Hashtag infrastructure apocalypse. It's hilarious. Live. Vodafone, what is better than freaking Vodafone Toxis outage live on this channel, right? Just how we love it. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't even notice. I need some. Basically, yeah, I don't even know. We had 8,000 frames missing until I realized Vodafone failed us again. Oh, it's so sad. Anyway, so let's test that. What happens? So yeah, basically ffmpeg. I think we can just run this like that. Hope we are freaking live again. That's like, yeah, you can share, like, and subscribe, and Patreon and GitHub and stuff, right? Because we obviously need to spend way more money for way better working freaking internet. TM. So expected would be that, okay, this is committed as untested. Amazing. So yeah, that was it. That was an easy one, except part of this was actually not live. Frames lost in Vodafone's freaking network. Untested, not untested. Yeah, so the only other thing is we need to drop out early. We don't want to commit that with failed downloads. So let's see if we get proper error codes of our scripting stuff. Let's update like ffmpeg to 502. That shouldn't exist. Let's check the error code here. I need to be careful with typing that one. Okay, that correctly errors out. Where do we update? Here. Ah, okay, so actually we have this already. How did this previously? Okay, this should already send old-fashioned or email. Fix version filter, RC alpha filter, more random junk. Log filter, processed error summary. Okay, so it should not. Actually, we can test that if this actually indeed works. Like committed nothing. Like okay, so that apparently worked. We're also still building Firefox, right? Recurring stuff here, even on a freaking epic thread ripping horizon, 22 minutes. Yeah, it's set. Do we use all? We should. Oh, wait a second. What do we? We built ARM64. Maybe we don't use all threads. That's probably only. Let's build this locally and see if we have everything. FFmpeg, good. So, so the only thing is we had now quite some things here already running by. So what we could do, what I usually do, which the only reason is a plain text, poor man's database, state file. And basically what I can do is delete all this stuff here and rerun it. That is a cheap and easy way to retry those. It is always a chance that we commit other random junk though, but I take this chance and we just then manually correct this or improve the scripts. Nothing. Basically, it makes no sense to spend time guru meditating about this stuff. And also 100, yeah, not making this stuff up. That Vodafone is a freaking fail, and they don't know how to operate the DOCSIS network. So lots of stuff of this stuff will be committed already. So this is just actually wait a second, Linux header. I mean, this gives us wait a second. This would commit. I mean. We don't want this to. Why would Linux header fail though? Okay, maybe it fails because patches fail. So what we also would need to do is mark some packages of not auto update. Like I can mostly think of Linux header, but we will probably also find some other ones later eventually. One way to improve the state would be to log the state. So, but currently I write this tried packages out early, just in case something else goes wrong. This is relatively simple in concept, but anyway fails in interesting and complex ways. Also, yeah, this release stuff, is it even a real? Yeah, version numbers, it's... was the M4 latest? Nah. I think this is mostly enough. So what usually happened often I cleared, or not often, like 2 times I vastly cleared out the state file stuff here. Just to later having stuff to revert. There was one, what even was it? We will see. There was some also USB. Yeah, so for example, USB utils would build but not bootstrap because it's a really nasty circular dependency, chicken egg dependency of USB utils versus UDEF, super crazy stuff that shouldn't be like that. I guess it is enough. Also this version number, he looks really strange. So let's run this stuff and see what it updates for us. Again, as I said in the introduction, this will of course commit stuff that, I mean, often the stuff will just miss dependencies, which we still need to improve. It's the next step. But again, you've seen me recently mass updating stuff, and I simply don't have this hour after hour anymore to manually test build all this stuff. So basically learning from my own pro tips and following my own pro tips of automating earlier. Why is this so check package? Which is this here? Mail updates. Actually, I'm surprised. Wait. When did we refactor that though? This was this Parallel stuff. Let test build also commit on KDE. That fail. And some small other stuff, but whatever. And also, yeah, we're test building something. I hear this already. You may not hear that. It is already some tar set standard. I hear this from what? This. It's just committed something as we had the SVN logs. Okay, there's also better FS procs. Yeah, so there we are. Or do we have? Actually, you know what? There's already freaking heck more. Yeah, this is exactly why we do this, right? We should check the logs, especially. So yeah, while we speak already a handful, and this is a POV automation, right? The only substitute for automation is more automation. I said this before. I repeat myself. I should have done this 15 years ago, but at least we do know. Yeah, so this was my the other. It's like, yeah, we have already quite some more ADM. Build reference. Darn. This only libsoup we shouldn't update. Yeah, so let's make a note before we forget about this. Oh, wait a second. Did we commit this? Run version check and test there. And the other remaining node was so no update. Actually, maybe we put this into test. Oops. Some new check version flags no update or something. Disable no update. This Linux header and libsoap, because we have libsoap 3. So unfortunately this will most likely already have committed something that I need to revert, but it's a small price to pay for all the other automation. So how did this fail? It might have been, yeah, this is just kernel. It's not the most important. What was the other stuff? It probably does build. Actually, let's, also Firefox failed. Check. Apparently I missed some crazy dependencies. Let's reschedule that on ARM64 with all things parallel. Alright, I think I had this patched actually. You know what, let's try that here. No space left on device. No, thank you much. so early. Should have 96 gigs of. Whatever. Yeah, so there was some new system call, and we keep our Linux headers obviously a little bit. So meeting. So it's usually this build. It's probably Linux header, not rebuild or something. Also, yeah, somehow. Also no. That sometimes happens. Stuff crashes when. Why even? Or maybe pulse audio restart or something. It's like 2022. Firefox stuff crashes on input device changes, camera replug, or what did I say? Pulse audio, obviously. So what else did we upstart? Did that even interesting? You know what? There's one more thing. There's always one more thing. Where's even my? No, I nearly forgot it already. All right. Test build. It's like, yeah, even if you freaking automate it, there's always so much stuff. Actually, it's actually more important. Let's make it first. Only test build if, because an upstart most likely has shared files or something and is breaking or continued reference building stuff, because it's most likely shared files with system sys5 init. We have similar, like busy and toybox and stuff shouldn't be auto tested for similar reasons. 5 yeah, Sphinx build. So yeah, this all patched so far. Let's maybe check. Wait a second, we need S1 up to have the working copy. Latest revision. Yeah, so it's in general exactly what we wanted. We didn't have a massive update because who humanly cared. In general, that does what we wanted to do. Except maybe. And if something doesn't build, also upstart committed, it's not really what we wanted, but yeah. This is slip soap 3. Okay, so far so good, because we also have the slip soap 2 though. That is, we need to be somewhat careful with it. Need to implement that sometime soon. Yeah, so even more automated builds, and if some stuff breaks, then it at least, well, it does two things. First, it already does half of the work, and the annoying work of substitution and downloading and stuff. And then, so it still helps us in terms of half of the work or so, or maybe not half. If you significantly need to patch it, rebase patches, that is at least some of the work, the annoying work. And it actually keeps pressure on us not to forget about this stuff. And if you want to use something like FFmpeg and it doesn't build for you, and some new dependency missing or some other build configuration artifact and stuff, then at least you're not using the last version, which might have security vulnerabilities, as always, and similar such issues. And you immediately focus on like not building last year's version, but this week's version, and at least know that you need to fix it, and not like 5 years later, like nobody ever touched FFmpeg and stuff. Like, yeah, I would consider that a win. Pity we wasted our time building. Also, we have 900 freaking drop frames, and this was like, yeah, Vodafone continues to be a fail. It's a sad company. It's, yeah, obviously they can't do internet really much. Anyway, that's for the video. A little bit, yeah, automate each day, keep your Linux up to date and stuff, and then we can focus on more amazing stuff like P3, microkernel. Yeah, and if some, as per usual, if one of those is your most loved package that you use every day and it doesn't work, send us a patch. If it's not the latest version, send us a patch if it doesn't build on the P3 or Structane. You know the drill. Hope you learned something. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for hopefully more frames and less Vodafone fail to come.